My name's Ed Zerwell. I'm out here with Murray Willis, Lawrence Bergstrom, and we're at Murray's yard in Pritchard. We are attempting to go up there and install apivar in the colonies. These colonies haven't been opened up since last fall. Murray thinks that this is a dead out. We're going to go up there and do a quick inspection to see if he's right or wrong, and we're going to explain what we're doing as we are going along. This hive has been fed fondant. They've eaten about 2/3 to 3/4 of the bag of fondant. There's many dead bees on top of the inner cover, and there's some dead bees on the inside. We see no signs of life. When we remove the top cover, we see some dead bees, and these dead bees are in between the frames. We don't know whether it's just in this box or in all three. We're going to go and break into a second box to see if there's any live bees. This box is full of food. It weighs approximately 40 to 50 pounds. So the bees obviously didn't starve to death. The second box also has no bees in it. But we do see a bunch of dead bees in between the frames. The bottom box has no bees visible in between the frames or in the box. So this hive is a dead out. This box is virtually empty. And this is what we're seeing on top of the screen bottom board. These are all the dead bees. These bees, we don't want to go up there and sprinkle them in the yard. You want to go up there and you want to move them outside the yard just in case they have a little bit of disease.
Ed's a little shaky today.
So we've cleaned up the bottom board. We're going to put it back. And we're going to close this hive up. Before we close it up, we're going to see if we can find out why the colony died over the winter. Remember, our bottom box had absolutely nothing in it for food. There's no dead bees in it, nor is there any signs of life. There is actually a little bit of honey in this box. There's a little bit to the outsides. I can feel it when I pick it up. This was our middle box, and this box is the same. There's probably 2 frames of honey on the outside of each one of these boxes. So 1 and 2 have honey in it, 1 and 2 have honey in it, and there might be a little bit of honey in number 3. I don't know. Now we're going to pull a frame and see if we can find out why the bees have died. I'm going to pull a frame that has only honey on it. I don't want to pull any bees. This is what's left in the colony from last fall. It's a fully capped frame of honey. The outside frame is the same. They've eaten a small portion of it from the outside. I can now see a few bees. And these bees, there's a small cluster of bees, and the bees are basically on about 3 or 4 frames, and they're approximately this size. They're about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about on 5 frames, and they're only up to about 1/3 of the frame. So the cluster is very, very small. I'm going to clean these frames as we go into them. I see nothing that tells me that there's disease in this colony. This is a beautiful frame. It's got honey on one side and it's loaded with pollen. It should have been an excellent frame for them to go up there and raise brood on. This next frame's the same. There's a few bees on it, and they're all on the outside, so they didn't starve to death. What's happened with this colony is they powered out. The queen was not right in the fall time. The bees have dwindled to nothing, and when we got the last little cold snap, the bees couldn't go and keep themselves warm, and they actually froze to death. Bees on this patch. When I said it was approximately 1/3 on 5 frames, it's actually more like about 1/4 on about 4 frames. All I'm doing is I'm just cleaning the bees off of it so that they don't mold and destroy the combs. All of these combs are very, very useful. We can reuse them. There's no smell to them. There's no issues with reusing these because the bees actually froze to death. And this frame's the same. A few dead bees on it, and an excellent brood frame. It's got pollen towards the outside. For anybody that's making nukes or going up there and going to do splits, these frames are beautiful. Now here we have another frame with a few bees on it, but this is loaded with drone comb. This is very useful in about June, July, and even into August, where you'll go up there and you'll drop it in and you'll mark it. Let the queen go up there and fill it up, and you'll take it out and use it as part of your IPM, because it'll be laid with drone brood, and the mites love to go up there and crawl into the drone brood. And then you can either freeze this thing when the mites or the thing is fully capped out, or you can go up there and just destroy the comb. Take a good whiff of your combs as you're going through is another advantage, because if there's anything that's odd with it, it will have a stink to it. These combs are very, very nice and fresh. They have a very pleasant odor to them. And I'm just going to go up there and drop in the first frame that we took out. Back into the box. This box was full of honey. We're going to put it on the top. And there's a few dead bees in one of the frames. We're just going to go and just scrape them out, just so that the hive is clean when we do put it away. Colony will be sealed up so that the bees can't rob it out, or that anything else can't rob it out,